Chapter 4 When the Blood Speaks. The bond has been forged, not by love, but by fury. Victoria is no longer seeking spirits, she commands them. But rage is a wild alchemy, and the protector she summoned, the presence smoke and silver claws, he is not bound by her will alone. She sees him now, not in dreams but in reflections, in shadow creases of reality. He teaches her not comfort but control, not healing but domination. Her psychic gifts, once gentle echoes of intuition, now roar with violent purpose. The people around her begin to change, or perhaps they simply reveal what they were. Fear, deceit, betrayal. The more Victoria listens to the protector, the more blood speaks to her. A voice in the red, a language in pain. She is no longer a daughter, no longer a child. She is becoming something else. But in every evolution, something must die.
High school? It was a blur. I barely graduated. Barely existed. I floated through the hallways like a ghost in combat boots, dodging fake smiles and whispered betrayals. Friends? They turned faster than the moon phases. Royalty was a myth, and I stopped chasing it. I dated like I was searching for something, a spark, a truth, maybe just a distraction. Most nights I wasn't home, and when I was, it didn't feel like home. My mother had her own life. She worked hard. She dated often. She was chasing something too. Maybe freedom, maybe love, maybe escape. We were two women under one roof, living separate stories, colliding only when the silence cracked. And my father? He was an imaginary thought, not spoken of, not pictured, just a shadow I sometimes chased in my dreams. I wonder what he was like, if he had magic in his blood, or if I was just first to conjure fire from absence. I rebelled, not because I hated them, but because I didn't know who I was without the fight. And while the world thought I was lost, I was knee-deep in something ancient. Potions, spells, hexes. I wasn't just playing witch. I was becoming one. They called it rebellion. I call it awakening. Because in the chaos, in the heartbreak, in the shadows of my own making, I found power. Not the kind they teach in school, the kind that whispers through candle smoke, that dances in the moonlight, that says, "You are more than what they see." I didn't rise from the perfect childhood. I rose from ashes, from slammed doors and unanswered questions, from nights spent casting spells just to feel seen, from the ache of wanting to belong and the fire of realizing I never needed to. I am the daughter of silence and storm, the child of the mother who chased her own light, and a father who lived only in my imagination. I am the witch they couldn't burn, the healer they didn't expect, the guide forged in solitude, wrapped in the feathers and flame. Now I speak to those who wander, to those who ache, to those who feel forgotten. I say, you're not broken. You are becoming. And when the world grows quiet again, when the star refuses to speak, I will be there, casting light, writing spells, and reminding you, you were born for this. It's been quiet since that night. The stars hang distant, silent, no shimmer, no whisper. The air holds its breath, and so do I, lying in bed, half asleep, half adrift in the echo of that day. I fall not into slumber, but into memory. The place reappears, veiled in shadow and fury. She's there, her voice sharp as steel, mine rising to meet it, two storms colliding. We battle, not with blades, but with words, with pain, with truth, with fire. And then I see it. From the corner of the scene, from the deepest part of me, a creature emerges. A wolf-like creature, not of flesh, but of spirit. Its eyes burn with rage, its claws drip with my power. It does not speak, but it knows. It joins me, not beside me, but as me. We are one. Together we tear through the chaos, not to destroy, but to reclaim. To remind the world I am not just a witch. I am the storm. I am the silence after. I am the creature. And the creature does not sleep. It prowls the edges of my soul, guarding the gates I once left open. It listens to the wind, to the whispers of those who would forget me, who would name me fragile, broken, lost. But I am none of those things. I am the howl that breaks the hush. I am the flame that survives the drowning. I am the memory that refuses to fade. He returns again, this time not to fight, but to kneel, his voice no longer sharp, but soft, reverent. He sees what I've become. He sees what I've always been. The stars begin to shimmer once more, not timidly, but boldly, as if they too remember their power, as if the night itself bows to me. I rise not from bed, but from shadow, not as a woman alone, but as a force reborn. I am the witch. I am the creature. I am the night. They don't tell you what happens when you dance too long with shadows. Black magic isn't just candles and chants. It's a hunger. It wraps around your throat like velvet and thorns, whispers sweet power, then poisons the air you breathe. The room grew heavy. My bedroom, once a sanctuary, became a mausoleum. The walls pulsed with something unseen, and my pets, my companions of light, began to fall ill. I watched their eyes dim, and I knew something unnatural had entered. I was angry all the time, misunderstood, like my soul has been leased to something I couldn't name. And I began to wonder, was it the wolf-like creature turning against me, or a darker entity twisting the marrow of my soul? Had my protector become my captor? Had the spirit I summoned to shield me grown teeth too sharp, claws too deep? I didn't know. I still don't. The line between guardian and the tormentor blurred. The wolf had once felt like me, fierce, wild, sacred, but now it prowled with hunger, and I couldn't tell if it hunted for me or through me. I wanted to feel free again, like I did as a child when Sunday mornings meant hymns and sunlight, when I attended CCD classes and believed angels walked beside me. So I did the only thing I could. I bent down beside my bed, the same bed that had become a prison, and I prayed. Not a rehearsed prayer, not a whispered wish. I cried out to God, to the divine, to the light that once held me. Please, I said, rescue me, unlock me, bring me back. And then the air shifted. The darkness peeled away like old paint. The anger dissolved. And in its place, peace. Not silence, peace. And then she came. A vision clearer than any dream. A Native American woman, her hair like braided dark chocolate, her eyes ancient and kind. She took my hand, not with force, but with knowing. And in that moment, I met my spirit guide. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. Her presence was the answer. She was the bridge between my past and my becoming, the guardian who had waited for me to remember. And I walked through fire, but I didn't burn. I had touched darkness, but I hadn't drowned. Because faith, real faith, isn't just belief. It's surrender. It's the moment you stop fighting alone and let the divine fight for you. Now I walk with her, with God, with the divine, with light, and the shadows, they still whisper, but they no longer own me.